Welcome back to our channel Class-like Community. So today is the lecture 5 and the topic which we will be covering is laser, and here we will know introduction, characteristic, principles and production of laser and three processes of laser. So without wasting more time, let's begin with the introduction and characteristic. So, laser full form is light amplification by stimulated emission of radiation. Okay, so this is the full form which you need to remember, that is light amplification by stimulated emission of radiation. So, see, this stimulated emission is the one of the three process of the laser. Now, it was invented by American scientist Meaman in the year 1960, and today there are about 100 different kinds of laser. So we have red type of laser, many other colors also, and different kinds of laser we have. So now these are the characteristic. The following important properties of laser which make it different from other ordinary source of light is that laser is highly monochromatic. That means the laser beam is emitted in a very narrow frequency band. So you can see that many a time professors uses laser to indicate certain point in the smart board, right? So at that point of time you can see that the laser is a very narrow, it's a very narrow band of frequency. So you can see the point which is going here and there to point a certain thing. So that's why it is highly monochromatic. Second point is that laser light is spatially coherent. That means the laser is highly coherent due to stimulated emission of radiation. That means one of the process, that is the stimulated emission, which due to that this laser becomes highly coherent, or we can say spatially coherent. Now laser light extremely high directionality or unidirectionality. The laser beam has very small divergence due to the resonant cavity. That means wherever we need to point, it will go to that point only. It has extremely high directionality or unidirectional. That means it has very small divergence due to the resonant cavity. Hence, light intensity does not decrease as fast with distance as it does in ordinary source of light. So whenever you light a torch, what happens? The light becomes dim at a certain point. Wherever it reaches, it starts dimming. But whenever you use laser, you can see that it doesn't decrease, the intensity doesn't decrease, because of this, that the laser light extremely high directionality or unidirectionality. The fourth point is that the laser beam is extremely bright or intense. So the light from laser is much brighter than the ordinary source of light. Okay, so these are the introduction and this is are the characteristics laser. So radiation interacts with matter under appropriate conditions. So at some appropriate condition, radiation interacts with the matter. So the interaction leads to an abrupt transition of the quantum system, such as an atom or molecule from one energy state to another. If the transition, that means if the transition or the something which is moving from the higher state to lower, then the system gives out a part of its energy. That means it will release some energy, and if the transition is in reverse, that means from lower state to higher state, at that point of time that incident energy will absorb. In order to understand the manner in which radiation can interact with matter, consider two energy, E1 and E2. In this, the difference between these two energy is E2 minus E1. That means the higher level minus the lower level. Okay. So now let's move on. So here you need to remember that whenever it is from higher state to lower state, the energy release. Wherever when from lower state to higher state, it absorb. The incident energy absorb. Okay. Now the three processes of laser: induced absorption, spontaneous emission, stimulated emission. Okay, so first thing is induced absorption. It is a process in which an atom in the ground state undergoes transition to the higher energy state by absorbing an incident photon. So before transition, it was like before absorption, it was like this. That means this atom was in the ground state. So when it moves to the higher state, it absorbs an incident photon. So it becomes delta E is equal to HV equal to E2 minus E1. So this process can be represented as atom plus photon, which gives an atom star. That means this atom is the excited atom. So you need to remember that induced absorption means the atom will move from the ground state with the absorption of the photon, which will give us delta E is equal to HV equal to E2 minus E1. You can state that this atom plus photon will give you atom star, which is the excited atom. Now let's move on to the spontaneous emission. It is a process in which an atom in the excited state undergoes transition to the ground state by emitting a photon. That means, let's read one more time. It is a process in which an atom in the excited state undergoes transition to the ground state by emitting a photon. That means the reverse of the absorption one, right? Without any aid of external agency. That means without anything taking from the external, but it will emit a photon and it will move to the ground state. So as you can see, this atom is in the excited state. It makes on to the ground state and by emitting a photon. That means atom star, which is the excited atom, is equal to atom plus photon. Incoherent radiation from excited atoms. Okay. So this was the spontaneous emission, just opposite of the absorption. Okay, absorption. Okay, now let's move on to the next and the last one. That is the stimulate emission, or you can say stimulated emission. It is a process in which the atom in the excited state undergoes to the ground state by the influence of passing of photon. During the process, a stimulated photon is emitted along with the incident photon, and these photons are found to be coherent. That means it is a combination of the absorption and the second one. Okay. So what happens here, the atom star, which is the excited atom, is combining with the photon and is giving another photon. That means this is the incident photon, and which the photons which we are getting at the end is the coherent radiation from the excited atom. So you can state that atom star plus photon is getting atom plus two photons. Two photons, why? One to the photon which is coming, that will emit. Okay. As it will going in the ground state, that one also, plus another photon which are found to be coherent. Okay, so these are all the things about the LESO, and I hope all of you understood and all is in points form. So I hope it's very clear and precise and simple. So till then, be happy and have a great day, and if you have any queries, please comment us down below, and thank you for watching.
Wow, that's impressive! You have completed a magic today. For more videos, subscribe. Join our Facebook group and Instagram page for group discussion and live Magus videos for exam preparation in an hour. We start at Classfly community for students to learn from a friend in a simple way and support them in their own languages. If you are willing to be that one friend who saves us at the exam night preparation, then please join us by visiting classfly.in.